Your Honor, it would be to argument.
Pardon me?
The only thing else I have no more questions of the defendant. It would be to argument as to bond.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, may I cross?
Your Honor, as the state pointed out, that these are all bond charges that are entitled to bond. As far as the price goes and what they are at, generally speaking, I believe the highest one was at 15,000. Then there was 10, and there's the misdemeanor, which is generally 1,000. Often the courts will go to the highest and then reduce the other ones to 2,500 and 1,000, so he can respectfully afford it. I to say the line, a bond that he can't afford is tantamount to no bond at all. He's hired attorneys. He's here. He's presented himself. He plans to attend all hearings as directed by the court. We'd ask that the court set the bond. I believe the highest was at the 7,500 and reduce the others to 2,500 and the 1,000. While he's being honest about his address being in New York, he does have substantial ties to Central Florida. In addition, the people who are assisting him are all in Central Florida.
Okay. State.
Your Honor, may I ask questions briefly?
Sure. Your witness.
Mr. Raphael, do you have a savings account?
Yes,
How much is in your savings account approximately?
300.
300? Do you have a checking account?
Yes,
Approximately how much is in your checking account?
1,500 before
I'm sorry, what is it?
1,500, 1,500.
Do you have a car?
Yes,
Do you own your car?
no,
Do you have a home?
live with family.
Or do you intend to go back to New York?
Yes, because that's where I live, but any schedule for court date, I will come back here.
Your Honor, state has no further questions, just argument in response to Mr. Mason.
Okay,
And Your Honor, I would just have one brief follow-up. It is short as the defendant moving back to New York. So I have defendants that live all over the country, and as long as we waive their appearance, unless we specifically have them attend for like a substantive hearing or a plea hearing, generally the courts allow our defendants to travel. If there's a concern about him leaving the country or something, we could always have him surrender a passport if he does have one.
Okay.
And Your Honor, regarding counsel's argument regarding setting a high bond would be tantamount to no bond for this defendant, under Dyson v. Campbell, the statement alone that the defendant lacks resources is not unreasonable or in excess. And in regards to the argument that the defendant has substantial ties to communities, they would argue that that's a misrepresentation, I believe, of what the evidence was in court, stating that he does have some friends potentially in the area. He doesn't know their address. We didn't get names or any actual area. So the state would object to substantial ties, as I believe it's a misrepresentation of what was stated in court. State was just asking for the schedule on all counts.
I agree that his ties were weak. We don't have any witnesses who were coming to court. So on the extortion, I'm going to set bond at 15,000. On the stalking at 2,000. On the public order crimes, I'm going to treat that as subsidiary and set it at 300. So his total bond is $17,300. But more importantly, I'm going to go through the conditions. Okay, count one is $300. Count two, extortion, $15,000 based on his lack of ties to the community. And on the stalking, $2,000. I appreciate the concise arguments of both sides. Mr. Raphael, you're not to have any contact with the victim. You cannot have any third-party contact, no texting, emailing, no in-person, no social media. No contact means no contact. I'll have the staff give you a no contact order and what that means. You're also to surrender your passport as your attorney offered up with defense counsel. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you okay. I just want to confirm if he does actually have a passport.
Do you have a passport?
Yes, but I just renewed it before I came down to Florida.
Is it in Orlando or New York?
No, in New York.
And with that being said, I would ask if, defense counsel has, a 2-week time period to be able to give that to the clerk of courts.
Yes. I'll give 5 business days to surrender the passport after he's released from jail. I'll give you permission to return to your home in New York. You must stay in contact with your attorney. And you're also not allowed to own any weapons. If you have any weapons here in the Orlando area, they must be surrendered within 2 hours of your return to your Orlando location. If you have any anywhere else, New York, anywhere else you have a weapon, they must be surrendered to local law enforcement within 4 hours of your return. Weapons does include ammunition. Provide a copy of my court order. So your total bond, as I said, is $17,000.